Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's contest. We're in the beautiful Alexandria, Indiana, and the Bruins are traveling today all the way over to Alexandria, about a 26-minute drive from Hartford City. The announcements are getting underway right now as Alexandria is finishing up, and I don't know what to call him now because he seems to be a bit of bad luck for the boys, but we'll still call him a friend. Vince Brown here with me today.
Well, thank you for calling me a friend.
How are you doing today, Vince?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and you want to go ahead and get the lineups going?
Yes, we'll do Blackford first. Blackford's 8-12 on the year, 0-5 in the CIC. Leading off will be center fielder Shane Elam. Batting second, the shortstop Braxton Strait. Hitting third, the right fielder Drew Caldwell. Batting cleanup and catching Caleb Mealy. Hitting fifth, the second baseman Blaine Riddle. Batting sixth will be the designated hitter Brampton Wine. Hitting eighth, Jake Ross. Ninth, Tyler Cagle. And we'll pause for the national anthem.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two. Available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you. Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day, and never forget we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
Locally owned Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Strait, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
And we're back as I believe it's a cancer survivors throwing out the first pitch of today's game. And Vince, I believe you have Alexandria's lineup.
Yes, first of all, it's Cancer Awareness night at Alexandria, which is good. The umpires are in dark trousers and pink shirts for the Cancer Awareness. And we'll run down Alexandria's lineup. They're 15-8 overall, 3-2 in the conference. They'll be leading off with Trey Stokes playing third base. Batting second, the center fielder Jarrett Small. Batting third, the shortstop Brandon Moorhead. Batting cleanup at first base will be Nick Williams. Batting fifth and doing the pitching is Matthew
Etherington, yes.
Batting sixth will be left fielder Miller Abernathy. Hitting seventh, the right fielder Rylan Matz. Batting eighth, designated hitter Dalton Andrew. He'll be DHing for Brandon Pox. And batting ninth at second base, Ryan Zader.
And the Tigers with a record that you said 15-8 on the season. The Bruins with an 8-2 record. The Alexandria Tigers also hold what's called the CIC home plate at the time. So a big game for both teams. Either the Tigers are going to stay home with it or the Bruins are going to take it home, which, if memory serves me correct, last year the Bruins beat Alexandria and got to take the home plate home with them, but then again lost it to, I believe, Mississinawa at the time last year.
Because I know Mississinawa had it earlier this year. Blackford played for it and got beat, so
yes,
we get to go for it again.
Yep, we get a second chance. Not something that's given often in baseball.
And they're taking a team picture of the Alexandria baseball team, and they got a lot of players out there.
Yeah, they definitely brought their whole squad today. And the Bruins only with, 9, 10, 11, 12, only bringing 12 today. The rest, I believe, are staying home for a JV game that is also away, if I'm not mistaken. So all Bruin baseball players are playing today.
Well, that's good. It's a beautiful day for baseball, and that makes me think of... You know the game time temperature, the wind?
No, I don't. We'll get that here in a second, Vince.
We'll
but
get the game time temperature and the wind here in just a few minutes. Alexandria's coaches, the head coach is Jeff Klosser, the Jeff Sells, Adam Roof, Bryce Brown, and Garrett Seagraves. Voice of the Tigers, Mr. Kenny Fox is sad, but it's Yes, Mr. McFerrin will be your PA announcer. For Blackford, their head coach is Tony Ugan. The assistant coach is here tonight, Bob Banner. He'll be coaching first base, and Scott Cagle.
Game time temperature 81 degrees. There's not much of a wind. It's saying it's 14 mile an hour. I'm guessing gusting every now and again. And it looks like this game is going to get underway as the catcher throws down to second to finish the warm-up. And we're going to have up to the plate first Shane Elam. Elam had a very good game last night, and now his average increased just a little bit to a 396, has 19 hits on the season, as he increased it, I believe, by 2 or 3 after last night's game.
Okay, in the CIC, Shane Elam, 6 for 14, batting average 429. Unbatted in, walked twice and struck out 4 times.
The first pitch is a strike just on the outside corner.
And the game time temperature again, 81 degrees. The first pitch thrown at 5:06.
And the
official starting time.
The second pitch comes in on the low side of the strike zone. It's now an 0-2 count for Shane Elam. The curveball just going to miss a little bit high. A 1-2 count for the junior. Leading off for the Bruins, and that one's going to miss as well. Now a 2-2 count. Shane Elam battling through the at-bat, looking down at Coach Hugan. Not much there in the way of signs or any assistance, and he's going to foul that one off.
Boy, I noticed the center field flag and the Alexandria tough flag up there, I think, or just laying limp, so there's no breeze really blowing.
Elam now approaching the plate again. The pitcher for the Tigers is Matthew Etherington, as Elam's going to hit this one between the 5-6 gap and get a nice single to start the game.
Well, good at bat for Shane Elam, falling behind 2 strikes and nothing, gets a base hit. And let's see how Coach Hugan plays it, if he's going to be aggressive. At the beginning of the game, I think we will be.
And as Vince said, Braxton Strait, the shortstop, up to bat.
See what kind of lead that Elam gets on first. He's off there a little bit.
And it looked like he was going to go, but holds off. And the first pitch fouled off by Strait, an 0-1 count. As I said, Etherington, the pitcher, now out of the stretch. Checking on the runner, and Elam acts like he's going to go, but doesn't again. A swing and a miss by Strait, now an 0-2 count.
enough to send the runner. You face a strikeout throw out, but we'll see how Coach Hugan plays it.
And that one way outside for a 1-2 count. Elam faking the stolen base, but laying off of it. Not much of a lead off now, about 4 steps, increasing it slowly, and he fakes that run again. Now a 2-2 count for Braxton Strait.
Strait, after falling behind 2 strikes and nothing, now has his count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And this one's going to be a fly ball over to first base, and the first baseman catches it easy. And that's going to be the first out for the Bruins as Shane Elam stays where he's at.
Braxton Strait pops up to the first baseman, Nick Williams, for the first out of the inning, and now batting number 3 spot, the right fielder, Drew Caldwell.
Caldwell's batting average took a bit of a hit last night, now at a .410 with an on-base percentage of a .477. Takes the first pitch down the middle, just a little bit to the right side of the plate. Strike one, an 0-1 count for the freshman.
And I got Caldwell 6 for 15 on the year in conference play.
And the throwback, a close one for Elam, but the umpire calls it safe. Abernathy with a curveball fades outside for a 1-1 count.
Well, if Coach Hugan's flashing signs to Elam at first, and let's see with Caldwell what he does here in a 1-1 pitch.
Caldwell lets that one go by. Another one on the low side of the strike zone. 1-2 count now for the freshman.
Each Bruin hitter's had 2 strikes on them. Let's see if Tony may send the runner here. Coach Hugan may send the runner.
And he does. And Caldwell, and that's going to be a double play. Caldwell lines one right to the first baseman. He walks over, steps on the plate, and that's going to do it for that inning. And with that, we'll be right back after this word.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asks, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
And we're back. The Bruins, Vince.
Well, for Blackford, Shane Elam, a good job of batting after falling behind 2 strikes and no balls, singles into left field, as Steve Hurt said, through the 5-6 gap. Strait popped up to the first baseman, Williams, and then it looked like maybe a hit and run. Caldwell line drives to the first baseman, Williams, who stepped on the bag to double up Elam. So Blackford, no runs, a hit, no errors for Alexandria, and no runners were left.
And the Bruins going to start off with the sophomore Josh Jennings out on the mound. Jennings doing very well for the Bruins. Has a .91 ERA starting off the season in his first few mound appearances. Everything else is going to be about normal for the Bruins, with the exception of Drew Caldwell is going to be out in right field now today, and Jake Ross is going to be over on third base, back to his normal position from last year.
Well, Trey Stokes will lead off for Alexandria, and we'll see how Caldwell pitches him. He had a good breaking ball the last outing against, I can't remember who we played last Thursday, but he came in and shut the door.
Oh, Jennings. Yeah, I don't remember who we played either. And the bunt shown, Ross hustling up to get it, and he's not going to be in time.
Beautiful bunt.
Bunt by Stokes, 1 run for our Tigers.
And that's going to be a base hit for Stokes.
Yes, Tyler Cable. That totally caught the Blackford defense off guard. A nice bunt And now it's Garrett Small, and let's see how Alexandria plays up with the runner at first base.
And he's going to show bunt as well as it gets fouled off. Now an 0-1 count for Garrett Small, the center fielder. Small, a left-handed batter. A runner on first, Trey Stokes. The infield now, Ross into the grass. Stokes with a little bit of a lead, now out to about 4 steps. Jennings delivers the pitch, and it's going to be hit just out of his glove reach. And Riddle's going to try to turn the double play, but Straight unable to get the ball to Cagle in enough time. But it is going to be the first out of the game.
Yes, a nice play by Blaine Riddle, filling the ball and picked it up, threw it underhanded to Straight. So Small reaches on the fielder's choice. Here's the number 3 hitter, the shortstop, Brennan Moorhead. And I believe he was a nephew of the basketball coach near Alexandria.
And the first pitch comes in on the inside corner. A breaking ball breaks down into the strike zone, an 0-1 count. Moorhead, a right-handed batter. Small with about the same 5-step lead off, and he's going, and Mealy struggles to get the ball and hits him in the back of the head. And he's going to take a moment to gather his senses.
Well, that'll be a stolen base, and Mealy kind of had the ball stick in his glove, but as fast as he was running, I don't think he would have got him anyway.
Yeah, no, not with the ball sticking in his glove the way it did, and I'm not sure whether it was called a ball or a strike.
I'm not either. I didn't see the signal.
As I didn't either, and we'll see if the umpire helps us out here. And yes, it's a 1-1 count for Moorhead, so that pitch was called a ball. 1-1, Small out on second, and I believe that one's going to be another ball. Didn't break into the strike zone, and now the catcher, Caleb Mealy, going to go out and have a talk with the sophomore pitcher, Josh Jennings. A quick visit to the mound as Mealy's on his way back. 2-1 count for Moorhead.
Again, he's batting third in the batting order, so I imagine he's a real good hitter.
Jennings puts one on the outside corner. Now a 2-2 count for Moorhead. The Bruins starting almost in the reverse order that the Alexandria Tigers did. The Tigers would get us in an 0-2 count and then start off throwing balls. And now the Bruins starting off with a couple balls and now going even in the count, a 3-2 count. Jennings now out of the stretch. You have something to say, Vince?
I was just going to say this is a big full count pitch for Jennings.
And that one's in the dirt.
We're not off to a very good start again.
Not the way you wanted to start for the Bruins. 2 runners on, first and second, and now the cleanup batter, Nick Williams, also playing first base. And the one thing I notice about Nick is he is a tall individual.
Yes, he is real tall. He's the kind of guy you want to play first base, a tall one, so they can get the high throws.
And that pitch is going to find the strike zone, an 0-1 count for Williams.
A good breaking ball again by Josh Jennings. He's not throwing very hard. They have sweet tea. Water then.
And Jennings is going to throw one back to the first baseman. And the runner is going to be safe. Still an 0-1 count on Williams. I'm guessing that with his size, he can crush the ball. So we don't want to give him anything that he can really get a hold of. Jennings needs to keep the pitches low and away, hit the spots, and this one's going to be grounded out into left field as Ross lets it go, and Dow's going to throw one way out, but Mealy gets a hold of it, and they're going to get the runner trying to make it on his way to third, but the Alexandria does score 1 run.
So Nick Williams singles driving in a run as Jarrett Small scores the first run of the game, and
up the bat.
Brendan Moorhead was throwing out
Matt Etherton.
to the catcher meter the third baseman, but I don't know who threw the ball in from the outfield.
Left fielder did.
So it'd be 7-2.
7-2-5.
On the put out. Good throw by Mealy. Nice tag by Ross playing third base.
And the first pitch, I believe, does come in. Strike one. Runner on first is still Nick Williams. This is Matthew Etherington, the pitcher for the Tigers. And he's going to get a hold of one, and it's going to go foul down the left field line for strike two. So Etherington starting off with an 0-2 count. Nick Williams out on first. 2 outs for the Tigers, now with a 1-0 lead over the Bruins.
Yes, we need to get an out here.
Jennings with the pitch, low and away for his first ball.
Looks like Josh Jennings just a little bit on the nervous side. He doesn't seem really to be comfortable out there. He did. It was Eastbrook who we played Thursday.
Yes, Eastbrook, you're right. A 1-2 count. Jennings out of the stretch, delivers this one, and it's also going to be foul down the left field line. Still holding true with the 1-2 count. 2 outs.
And I rode over here today with Bob Perry, and he brought our good friend back from Rushville. Mr. Russ Sutton is here today watching the game.
And a breaking ball just missing on the outside. A 2-2 count now for Etherington.
That is really nice that Coach Sutton can come here to watch the game. He's, again, I said, the biggest Bruin fan in school history.
Yes, he is, and this one's going to be hit just into Braxton Straight's glove, and he turns around, fires over to Blaine Riddle, and all Blaine has to do is touch the bag, and that's going to be 3 outs for the Bruins, or for the Tigers, and we'll be back after this.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two. Available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you.
And we're back. If you're suffering from neck or back pain, or suffering from migraines, or just have a colicky baby, call Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic. They have many techniques to relieve these and many more symptoms with chiropractic care. Located at 1501 North Walnut in Hartford City. I know I have my appointment for tomorrow, Vince.
Yes, that is good. My back's really bothering me too. I haven't been there yet, but I heard they do a real good job.
What are the stats for the bottom of the first for the Bruins?
Well, for Alexandria, bottom of the first inning, 1 run on 2 hits, a bunt single by Trey Stokes, an RBI single by Nick Williams. No errors for the Bruins, and 1 runner was left. So after 1 inning, Alexandria leads Blackford 1-0. And here in the second inning, hitters 4, 5, and 6, Caleb Mealy, Blaine Riddle, and the designated hitter, Branston Wine. We got to get something going here.
Yes, definitely need to get something going with our number 4 hitter, Caleb Mealy, as he takes the first pitch a little outside for a 1-0 count.
I got Mealy for the conference, 3 for 18, batting 167. Well, that would be not 167. That'd be 333.
And I believe, did Mealy get hit?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
First base. Next up, the bat for the
Yes, he did get hit by the pitch.
It looks like he got hit by the pitch. And somebody was telling me that our voices are not matching up with the pitch count, and we're about a whole 3 pitches behind on our voices from the video. So, not a lot that we could do about it, but we'll try to just keep playing the audio.
Okay.
And Blaine Riddle up to bat, fouls one off.
I think Tony Eugen's going to keep Mealy close to first. He doesn't want to lose another base runner. Caleb's got pretty good speed, though. And Riddle in the conference 5 for 14, batting 3.
And Mealy takes off, and he's head first into second, and he's safe.
Well, we did send him a stolen base for Mealy.
And that pitch was a ball by Etherington, and now the count 1-2 for Blaine Riddle. Mealy with a short lead off for a second base, and Riddle's going to hit a high looper over to the third baseman, who throws it immediately to first for an easy out. And that's going to be the first out of the inning as Dayton Dow comes up to bat.
The ball was hit sharply to the third baseman, Trey Stokes. He checked the runner and made sure Mealy was going to advance, and rifles the ball over to the first baseman, Williams. A good play by Stokes and Williams. And now here's Branston Wine.
And Wine's first pitch is a little bit low.
He just saw his first action of the conference Thursday night, going 2 for 3 against Eastbrook. He's batting .667 in conference play. Showed bunt and pulled it back.
And now a 2-0 count.
Coach Eugen giving signs both to the runner and the batter, so we'll see if he's going to try to bunt and run here again. Nope.
And that's going to be a 3-0 count. Quick in the at-bat for the sophomore left-handed batter, Branston Wine.
Shows bunt. I think that was just a token bunt to draw a walk. Now Blackford's got something going. Runners on first and second with one out.
Next up for
And it'll be Jacob Ross.
Okay, help me out here because I'm a little bit behind in my record keeping. How did Blaine Riddle get out?
He grounded out to third baseman, 5 to 3. Stokes to
And Dow is on first with the walk. Yep, I got it.
I skipped the batter. You know,
Nope, you did. Well,
yeah.
that is. Yes, you were saying it was Wine, and it was actually Dayton Dow. Now we've got Branston Wine coming up to the plate, and he's going to drive one, and that goes foul over the railroad tracks that are just behind us for an 0-1 count. An 0-1 count for the sophomore. Runners on first and second. And he's going to take that pitch just a little bit high.
I don't know how I messed writing Dayton Dow's name down. I think I just skipped him.
You just skipped him. Is he that insignificant to you?
No, I can figure out the scorecard, I think.
And now a 2-1 count for Branston Wine.
Dayton Dow in the conference, 5 for 15. He's batting .333.
And Wine's going to foul that one off. Now goes down in the count 2-2.
Or excuse me, Dow, the previous batter, was batting .333, and Branston Wine 2 for 3 in the conference. So we need a big hit out of Branston. I think the catcher got hit with the pitch.
He got hit with the foul ball once it went foul from Branston. And it looks like he's going to be down for a minute. And let's go to a quick break, and we'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two. Available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. And Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you. Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
And we're back as the catcher's starting to get a little warm up here, letting him throw a couple pitches. The catcher is Brandon Patz.
Yeah.
Patz, I believe, took a foul ball off the left shoulder, his catching shoulder. And he's just kind of stretching it out, loosening it up a little bit, and it looks like he's going to be fine. Branston Wine with a 2-2 count.
And when
One
a
out.
hockey like this, I tell you, it's hot behind there wearing the...
Yes, it is, and Branston's going to hit a high bouncing ball as he's going to get thrown out at first, but both runners advanced to second and third.
That kind of did the trick. That was kind of a swinging bunt. It hit off the ground. The pitcher made a nice play.
And now we're going to have the third baseman, senior Jake Ross.
Yeah, Jake Ross, he's going to have to come through here with a big hit. Jake batting 3 for 10 in conference play, 300 average.
On the season, he's 289 as a swing and a miss for strike one.
So just a little bit better in the conference than on the year. Batting 300 in the conference and 291 on the season.
Yep, he's 11 hits on the season, 8 RBIs, and he's going to drive this one out into center field, and I believe Ugan's going to send them both as Mealy comes in and scores, and now Dow is coming in to score as well as Ross gets a single, and the Bruins take the lead 2-1.
And we needed that. Blackford needed to score some runs.
Next up.
And they do that with the base hit by Ross out into center field, a line drive. And that's going to bring up the senior Tyler Cagle, who got an in-the-park home run off of what would have been a triple. And this one's lined straight to the first baseman, and it's going to be hard to get anything by him as he looks like he stands about 7 foot tall out there on the bag. And as we go into the bottom of the second, we'll hear from a few sponsors. We'll come back with some words from Vince.
Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your local newspaper with local news about local people. Pick your copy up at multiple locations in Hartford City and Montpelier. Published every Tuesday with yearly subscriptions available. I have mine. Do you have one, Vince?
What's that again?
The Voice newspaper. You don't have a subscription?
No.
Oh, Vince. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Call Danny at 765-251-4903.
Hey,
Vince?
Hey, this is just my first year doing it, so I'll have to subscribe to it.
Yes, you will, Vince. Come on now.
Inning for Blackford, 2 runs on 1 hit. The big single by Jacob Ross driving in Mealy and Dayton Dow. Mealy was hit by the pitch and Dow walked. So we go to the bottom of the second. Blackford 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. They have left 1 runner. Alexandria has 1 run on 2 hits and no errors, and they've stranded 1. So it'll be Miller Abernathy, Ryan Metz, and Dalton Andrew up for the Tigers here in the bottom half of the second inning.
And Abernathy up to the plate, takes the first pitch just a bit high for ball 1.
These are hitters 6, 7, and 8, so we're
down towards the bottom of their lineup, and Jennings out of the windup, and he's going to get this one, just a short one over to Blaine Riddle. Blaine Riddle picks it up and makes the throw to Tyler Cagle, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up number 23, the right fielder, Rylan Metz.
Here's Rylan Metz.
Metz looks like he's approaching the plate as a lefty. The Tigers have a couple lefties on the team so far that I've seen.
Yes.
And Jennings puts this one just a little bit high for a 1-0 count.
Again, this is a big conference game for Blackford. 0-5 on the conference, trying to get her first win. Alexandria 3-2 in the CIC.
And that one's going to be hit right back to Jennings as he pops it up to himself and then makes a bad throw over to Tyler Cagle. And Abernathy's rounding first, going to second. A bad throw by the sophomore Jennings.
Yes, it's going to be in there.
Advances to second base.
There'll be a two-base there on the throw. Looked like the ball took a high hop, maybe like the Baltimore chop they call it. He reached up, grabbed it, deflected it, bobbled it, picked it up, and I think tried to hurry his throw.
Yep, just got in a little bit too much of a hurry and made a bad throw, and now Abernathy's going to be out on, or I'm sorry, that's Metz is going to be out on second base. The first pitch comes in for strike one.
And Dalton Andrews, the batter, and for Jennings, you know, the batter was left-handed, gets down the line quicker than a right-handed batter. He probably hurried it too much.
Yep, and our next batter is going to be Dalton Andrew, who just fouled off the second pitch for an 0-2 count with one out on the Tigers.
So we're trying to get an out here on the number 8 hitter.
And the Bruins not really having the start that they wanted, and Jennings showing it here as he tries to throw back Metz, who only had about a 5-foot lead.
Yeah, now he's getting off there. Nobody's covering second for Blackford, so he's going to get a big lead.
Right, and that pitch way outside and in the dirt for a 1-1 count.
Usually how that works.
I'm sorry, a 1-2 count.
The base runner will watch the shortstop, and the third base coach will watch the second baseman to let him know somebody's coming behind him on a pick-off play.
Right. And Jennings steps off again. Nobody there to receive the throw, but
yes.
Metz goes back nonetheless.
You know, if you start paying too much attention to the runner, you lose focus on the hitter.
Yep, and this is going to be a line drive out into center field, and Elam's there to make the catch, and Metz goes on to third, and the relay is going to be a little bit off, but Ross able to save it and keep it in the infield, and that's going to be 2 outs for the Tigers, but not before Metz makes his way over to third base.
Yes, that was a hit. That ball was hit hard. But again, the flags are laying limp. There was no wind to aid the ball. Elam is right there, the veteran center fielder. If you'll say as a junior, nice catch.
Yep.
But nothing he can do with the runner taking up going to third. Now the number 9 hitter.
Luzader.
The batter.
And he's going to foul the first one off for an 0-1 count. Yeah, we were talking about the pronunciation of this kid's name, and the kid that I went to church with him, and his name was Brad Luzader. And this kid pronounces his Ryan Luzader as he grounds one over to the shortstop, Braxton Strait. He makes a throw, and it was a little bit high, but Tyler Cagle able to pull it down and put the tag on. And with that, we're going to go to a break.
Are you looking for a job or know of someone who is? Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, tuition reimbursement, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days, and you'll receive Kroger benefits after 60 days. All qualified applicants are encouraged to apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com. 260-827-2108. Peyton's Northern, now hiring.
Well, in the inning for Alexandria, no runs, no hits, one Blackford error and one left. We go to the top of the third, the Bruins leading 2-1. Elam will be leading off top half of the third. He's the leadoff batter, followed by Braxton Strait and Drew Caldwell. And I think what I was going to say on that Luzader ground ball, that a great play by the first baseman, Tyler Cagle. The throw was wide, and I think he had a tag in front in the first, a good play, and also a good play by Strait.
And Elam now with a 2-1 count as he takes the third pitch of the at-bat for a strike on the low end of the strike zone.
Seeing Elam singled between the 5-6 hole, as you call it, between the shortstop and third baseman the first time.
And he's going to foul that one off. Now a 2-2 count for Elam.
So again, Elam 2 strikes on him right away. This is a beautiful field here at Alexandria. They got their, of course, their colors are kind of the crimson and gold.
And Elam's going to hit one, a high fly ball. The right fielder coming over, calling everyone off of it, makes the catch. And now that's the first out for the Bruins. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Braxton Strait, who flew out to the first baseman in his first at-bat.
Yes, we're up here with Chip McFerrin, the PA announcer, and he said Alexandria's colors are crimson and gold. And
their field, I believe, just a little bit longer, far deeper than the Bruins, with 385 out in center field, 330 at the right field pole, and I can't see the left field pole due to the fence, but Straight's going to make it to first as the shortstop with a diving stop, but goes ahead and holds on to it and doesn't try to make the throw.
We think we're informed 330 down the lines.
330 down the lines and 385 out in the field as the pitcher, Etherington, throws back Elam as Elam stole second the first time he was on the plate, and that pitch is going to be inside for ball one.
Braxton Strait on first. Elam flew out to the right fielder, Steve.
Yep, you're right.
And
Straight's out on
let's
first.
See if he has Caldwell Bunn here. I just have a feeling he may do it. No.
And the second pitch is hitting the strike zone. Now a 1-1 count.
Coach Hugan showing a lot of encouragement to the Bruin team again. He's been positive for the most part of the season, I think, from what I've seen. He's been disappointed in some of their play. I know that, especially when they should be sliding in the bases and they go in standing up.
And Etherington tries throwing back straight again, and that's the third time with this at-bat for Drew Caldwell.
And like I was told my dad, he coached us, in Babe Ruth and things, and he said, get off the base, your body length and your arm, and you better be diving back into first base if you can get in standing up. If he did, you don't have a big enough lead.
And Caldwell's the one who lined out to the first baseman and into that double play, and I believe they're going to get Strait. No, they throw it out into the outfield, and Straight's going to round second, going to third, and this is going to be a close one. But he is in there as the ball comes in just about the same time that Strait does. So Straight's going to get over to third on the bad throw by the Tigers, and
did he bunt that?
No, it was a full swing and just didn't get enough of it, and now Straight's going to be over on third. Caldwell's going to be on second now, a base hit. I believe you're going to have to call that an error on the fielder's choice because that should have been an out for Strait.
Okay. Who do we give the air to?
I believe it was the shortstop.
Okay, E6.
And that inside pitch, and they're calling Caleb Mealy hit by the pitch, and he's going to take his base out on first.
That's the second time Caleb's been hit by the pitch today. He was hit by the pitch
Next
in the
up for
second
Blackford's
inning.
going to be number 6.
Now bases loaded with the senior Blaine Riddle. Riddle with a .377 batting average on the season, .500 on-base percentage, 20 hits, and 9 RBIs. And he takes an inside pitch, brushes him back just a little bit.
And
a
in
1-0 count.
Today, when Riddle grounded out, he's 5 for 15 now, so that'd be a .333 batting average.
A swing and a miss by Riddle for his first strike.
We got to have our middle, or the 5, 6, 7 batters drive in a run here. We cannot go without scoring a run this inning.
Absolutely, with bases loaded and 1 out, and that pitch, breaking ball, breaks too far outside for a 2-1 count.
Looks like he wanted to start that up high and tell away from him, maybe to try to get him to chase a bad pitch, but Riddle held up. And
Riddle's going to foul this one off for a second there. I thought my car was going to be one window shy on the drive home, but the fence catches a hold of it.
They got a nice fence around here for the foul balls. And
And a 2-2 count, and Riddle's going to foul one off down the third base line as Tony Ugan is headed down to the bullpen to catch that ball and bring it back in.
He made a nice stop, Coach Ugan did, on the Eastbrook game, and that one was too far, and he's probably like me, getting older, and he tried to fill it with his hat.
And Riddle fouls another one off, enough to stay in the at-bat. A 2-2 count, one out for the Bruins. The only thing that they need to do is not get caught up in a double play. And that one's going to be a little bit too far outside. Now the count full for the senior.
Good eye by Blaine Riddle. Full count, one out. They'll probably be playing the bases straight. Because if they run and it's ball's in the air.
And he's going to foul another one off.
We've already had hitting the one double play today.
And we don't want to hit into another one, that's for sure.
Line drive to the first baseman Williams in the first inning, and he doubled Elam off easy as Shane was running to second.
And they're going to walk him, and that's going to score another run for the Bruins. The Bruins going to take a 3-1 lead over the Tigers with the second walk in this inning.
Heading to the plate for the Bruins, number 13.
And that's going to bring up the former cleanup hitter, now the number 6 hitter, Dayton Dow. Dow grounded out to the third baseman in a 5-3 out, and he swings and fouls the first pitch off. Now an 0-1 count, one out for the Bruins.
Dayton Dow walked. I had him mixed up with Wine.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
Dayton Dow walked in the first inning, and he scored the run, second run of the game. So again, we need a hit out of Dayton Dow here. Beginning of the year, he was one of the players listed for Blackford.
And this is a high fly ball out into center field. The runner on third checking up. That's going to be Drew Caldwell, and he's taken off for home as the throw's not there in time, and that's going to be a 4-1 lead for the Bruins. All other runners stay put where they are on first and second. So we have Blaine Riddle on first, and I believe that's going to be Caleb Mealy out on second now. And that's going to bring up the sophomore Branston Wine.
What I was going to say about Dayton Dow and the Mussy Star, he was one of the East Central Indiana players coming into the season, the only one for Blackford. And Dow credited with the sacrifice fly driving in a run. That was a big run for Blackford. And now we'll see what we can do with 2 outs. We definitely needed to score that at bat with the bases loaded and 1 out.
And now we've got 2 outs. The Bruins leading by 3 with a score of 4-1. A 2-0 count for the sophomore Branston Wine. He shows bunt. The ball is pitched inside. And now Wine looks like he might get the take sign with a 3-0 count and 2 outs to load the bases up again.
I imagine he'll be taking this pitch.
And he does take it, and they're going to give him the walk. And the Bruins now again with bases loaded, and that's going to be the third walk for Etherington on this inning. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, the senior, Jake Ross, who grounded out to the pitcher in his singled out into center his first at-bat. I keep looking one above.
I messed my sheet up, too. Somehow I skipped Dow when I wrote it down.
And the first pitch is going to hit the outside corner of the strike zone, an 0-1 count.
And I think the runners will be...
They should be extremely aggressive here, and
yes,
that's going to be a high fly ball, and watch out for my car, and it may bounce right into it. Yep, I didn't hear anything, so now an 0-2 count for Jake Ross. 0-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded in the top of the third inning here in Alexandria, Indiana. And they're going to get him on the outside corner, going down looking. And with that, let's go to break, and we'll be right back after this.
Locally owned, Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
Foundations Building Materials is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana for drywall, steel studs, and Armstrong ceiling and insulation. Founded on principle, built on purpose. Contact Aaron Farrell at 260-471-2181. Vince?
Yes, in the inning for Blackford, I think we batted 7 batters. Hey, we batted 8 batters. Blackford bats 8 batters. 2 runs on 2 hits, and Alexandria air, and the bases were left loaded. And the hits were singles by Braxton Strait and Drew Caldwell, sacrifice fly by Dayton Dow, the strikeout by the pitcher Etherington was his first, and that was the first strikeout of the game by the 2 pitchers. So we go to the bottom of the third, Blackford on top 4-1. We've been in this situation before in conference games when we've had the lead, and then
Starting off the bottom of the third.
We have one bad inning.
So hopefully, Mr.
Trey Stokes is up to bat for the Tigers.
Can do something with these Tigers, and we're right back at the top of the order with Stokes, Small, and Moreland. Trey Stokes laid down a perfect bunt the first time at bat for a base hit. I kind of doubt if he'll be bunting here down 4 runs, but we'll see. And
Ross is in the grass to start this inning off. Stokes looks like he's going to take the first pitch for strike 1.
Looks like he was taking that all the way, Steve.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was planning on swinging at it at all. An 0-1 count now for Stokes.
I think if he gets a pitch to hit, he's going to hit it.
He does have that look about him. And that one's going to hit on the outside corner as well. Now Stokes goes down 0-2 in the count.
That was a good pitch by Josh Jennings. He looks like he's kind of more confident out there now since he's got a 3-run lead.
And Ross backs up into the dirt, and Jennings is going to throw one just a little high and inside for a 1-2 count.
When we played at Elwood, and we didn't score the first inning, and Elwood scored, and I was talking to the pitcher, Jack Bennett, at the end of the game.
Yep.
And he said he felt really confident then with the 3-run lead.
And that one's going to be a high bouncing ball that gets past the infield and out into the outfield for a base hit.
Trey Stokes, another hit.
And now that's going to bring up number 25, Jarrett Small, the center fielder. And Caleb Mealy going to take a quick timeout, go out and talk to his sophomore pitcher, Josh Jennings. A quick chat with him. And again, that's going to bring up Jarrett Small, who reached on the fielder's choice as he grounded over to the second baseman, Blaine Riddle.
Riddle straight for the put out on Stokes.
And now Stokes inching his way out into about a 5-step lead, a swing and a miss by Small, an 0-1 count.
Well, we've talked about Mealy's pop time from when he catches the ball and releases at second. So
Mealy does have an extraordinary pop time.
A good lead and a good jump on the pitcher to steal.
And the bunt tried to be laid down, and Mealy draws that back. And now we have an 0-2 count, and Stokes goes back to first. Mealy looks like he's loading that right arm up to make the throw down to first to try to pick off Stokes. And Jennings is going to step off the mound and regroup.
He's getting a good lead over there. I don't know if
it's a little bit shorter than the last one. And a check swing, and I believe they
said he didn't go around. The home plate umpire appealed to the field umpire, the base umpire, and
it looked like he brought it back, but I thought they were going to call it a strike. So now a 1-2 count on Small with no outs for the Tigers. And that one's going to miss as well. And now Jennings with a 2-2 count on Small.
I've just noticed in the roster, is it Smalls with an S or just Small?
And this one's going to be grounded over just out of reach, and Blaine Riddle's going to bobble it enough and then kick it out into center field. And that's going to be another base hit for the Tigers.
Second now for our Tigers.
So back-to-back singles by Trey Stokes and Jarrett Small. And here comes the number 3 hitter, the shortstop, number 12, Brendan Moorhead.
Brendan Moorhead, who was walked.
Yes, and it looks like
And he was caught trying to extend out to that third.
is going out to talk to the young pitcher, Josh Jennings. These next three batters are really going to be crucial in the game as Alexandria's at hitters 3, 4, and 5.
Exactly. Brennan, like I said, walked his first at-bat in the bottom of the first inning, and then got caught in a 7-2-5 trying to extend out to third base, and got caught at third on the tag as Mealy put the ball right where it needed to be, and he pretty much just slid right into it. And with that, stop by Food and Fuel Marathon on North Walnut Street for fuel for your car and fuel for you. Lunch available Monday through Friday, biscuits and gravy Monday through Saturday, and Poppy's Extreme Donuts daily. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Well, I keep forgetting about their coney dog.
Oh,
but on Saturdays, Kathy brings me home the biscuits and gravy, and that's really good out there.
Vince, I had 2 coney dogs today. And Stokes is going to try to steal third on the bunt, but the bunt not laid down. It's fouled.
Both runners were off and running. It was kind of like you call bunt and run. He showed bunt, and Ross charged to cover the plate, and nobody was covering third. And Stokes would have had third base easily, but the ball was fouled off.
And
yes, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say about their biscuits and gravy is really good out there. And I know I've had a coney dog from there, and I used to get their chocolate milk and donut. But I've kind of been putting a halt to that.
Vince, when you start doing that, you end up getting to the point where they're going to put you on that TV series, 600 pounds and whatever it is, and straight bobbles the ground ball and able to throw to the force out to Blaine Riddle, and now we've got runners on the corner.
We're very fortunate to get that.
Runners on first and third for our Tigers.
That would be straight fielded the ball when he bobbled it and he threw to Riddle in time. It'll be a fielder choice for Moorhead. Runners are on the corners with one out. And here's the cleanup batter, Nick Williams, singled the first time at bat. Checking with the third base coach, I believe that's Jeff Klosser, giving him a sign, and also the runner. So let's see if they try maybe a double steal here.
And he doesn't. Yeah, go ahead.
We're at hitter number 4, a big hitter of the game. Caldwell was thinking the same thing, or Jennings was thinking the same thing as he threw the ball to first base to hold the runner close.
Right.
Cagle's holding him on, trying to keep the double play ball in effect, but this Williams is a real good hitter.
And Jennings is going to give him one to hit, and it's going to go in between the 5-6 gap again, and they've got a runner trying to extend over to third, and they're going to throw that one out to past Jake Ross, and now we're going to have runners at second and third as the Alexandria Tigers break into this 3-run lead, and now the score 4-2.
Well, Alexandria needed to score that run, and I tell you, I don't know about these conference, players and things, but I tell you that Nick Williams is really impressive for me. Not only is he the tall first baseman who's made some excellent plays this game, fielding his position, but also he can hit the ball with 2 singles. And Alexandria runners now on second and third, and there's the pitcher Matthew Etherington trying to help himself out here.
And that pitch is way high and outside, and the runner on third is going to come in and score and chew into this lead again for 4-3. And Williams is going to go on to third now, and that's
going to be a wild pitch. There's no way Mealy could have caught that. I mean, that ball was high and outside.
It was behind the batter.
Yeah, I mean, high and inside, not outside.
Yeah.
I tried to grab it.
It's kind of hard to catch a ball that goes behind somebody. I mean, it comes out of your vision for that split second. And
well, I'll see. Hear that comment here for a minute.
All right, now we have a 1-0, and this one's going to be drove out to right field. Caldwell out there to make the play, but and Williams is going to try and come in, and I believe he's going to get caught out, and he is out, and that's going to be a double play by the freshman. It's going to be thrown from Caldwell to Cagle to Mealy in time as Williams was not there to make it. And so the Bruins still holding on to that 4-3 lead, and we'll be back after this with a recap from Vince.
The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koffels Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
Well, in the inning for Alexandria, 2 runs on 3 hits, singles by Trey Stokes and Jarrett Small to start the inning. After a fielder's choice, a single by Nick Williams, and a nice double play. That's just what the doctor ordered is Etherington. Flight out to Caldwell, threw the ball to Cagle, and a perfect throw to Mealy. Mealy again, I think he's probably the best catcher in the conference. Nice job of getting the tag down on the sliding runner, Williams. And that's a double play to end the inning.
And it looks like the Tigers have made a pitching change. They're going with Ryland Metz for the Tigers now.
Ryland Metz.
Etherington out.
He on the pitch.
And we're going to have the number 9 batter for the Bruins, Tyler Cagle, up to the plate. And he flew out a line drive to the first baseman, Williams. And Tyler now ready to receive, a left-handed pitcher, and he's going to put that one on the outside corner for an 0-1 count.
Yes, Met's a left-handed pitcher. We've seen a lot of these in the conference, lefties.
There is a few of them. And that pitch, I don't know if you've seen it from up here, Vince, but that pitch started like it was going to cut into the plate and then kind of bobbled a little bit and went inside for the ball one.
Yes, he's got good movement on the ball.
And Cagle's going to hit this one, a high fly ball. This one might be trouble as Williams, and it is. Cagle's going to reach as no one was able to get to it in time.
Yeah, that's a base hit. It looked like the Alexandria players were trying to get the ball. I see
it was out of reach for the second baseman, and Williams was trying to float, run away from the base to catch it, and I think he just lost it in the sun.
And maybe the wind, too, because I'm noticing the center field flag's out blowing from right to left, so the wind may have held that up.
And that first pitch for Shane Elam's not going to hit the strike zone, just a little inside and high for a 1-0 count. Elam, who flew out to right field and got a single into left his first at-bat, a swing and a miss. Now a 1-1 count.
He's got some good movement on that baseball. It's going to be hard to hit.
And Cagle with a short lead off, just enough for him to get back with this lefty pitcher. And now Elam's going to lay down the bunt, and the third baseman bobbles it, and he's going to be safe at first. So now the Bruins with runners on first and second, no outs. A nice bunt laid down by Elam.
And I believe he had 2 strikes on him too, didn't he?
No, only one. That was a 1-1 count.
Next up to the plate for Blackford is going to be number 2.
Braxton Straight, runners on first and second, no outs, and Coach Hugan having a talk here with Braxton. We may see a bunt, we may see that bunt and run, or they may let him swing away.
I'd love to see him bunt one right down the first base line, just out of reach for the tag, but enough to keep him away from third. Or bunt to third and have that, and he does square up to bunt, and he does put it right there into the gap between the pitcher and the first baseman, and the pitcher is able to make the play, and both runners advance.
So that'll be a sacrifice bunt, 1-3.
Next up the bat for Blackford is going to be the right fielder.
Here comes Drew Caldwell.
Drew Caldwell up to the bat, 1 out for the Bruins.
Caldwell's 1 for 2. He line drive to the first baseman Williams in the first inning, who doubled off Elam.
And a swing and a miss by Caldwell.
Caldwell, a lot of speed up at bat. I don't know if Coach Hugan will have him do anything, though.
Yes, Caldwell reached his last on an error by the fielder's choice, and he's going to hit this one out to right field, and it's going to go foul for strike 2.
Looking at Caldwell, 1 for 2 today, he'd be 7 for 17 in conference play. So
and
he's hitting the ball really well.
And Caldwell, with one on the inside, brushes him back just a little bit for a 1-2 count.
That is probably why Coach Hugan has him up there batting third today. He's hitting .412 now, .412 in conference play.
And not much swing and a miss, and he's going to go down. That's going to be the second out of the inning. I had him a .410 on the season.
Well, that was a big strikeout by the pitcher, Matt. That's his first.
For Blackford, it's going to be the catcher,
So,
number 10, Caleb.
after getting the first batters on, we got to do something here with them.
And now we've got Caleb Mealy, who was hit by the pitch, both at-bats.
Both at-bats. That's kind of, you don't see that very often.
Not very often, although, and a swing and a miss as that one just curved inside into him. Started off as it was coming right down the plate, and it curved inside, and he tried to make the adjustment mid-swing, but was unsuccessful. An 0-1 count with 2 outs, and that one does the same thing, and this one's going to be hit out into left field, and the left fielder makes the catch, and that's going to do it for this half inning.
That could be a game saver right there.
And it very well could, and we'll be back.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asked, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
With 30 years of experience, Jeff and Aubrey Straight, owners of Straight's Drywall and Paint LLC, can help you with any project you have, from commercial and residential remodel to new construction. Give your home that new touch of color. Give them a call at 765-499-9416. And don't forget, follow them on Facebook. Vince?
Yes, what a catch by the left fielder, Miller Abernathy. That may have just been a game saver for Alexandria. Mealy hit one right on the nose, and the left fielder dove, made a spectacular diving catch. If that ball was by him with Mealy's speed, he's at least going to get 3 bases.
Yes.
At least, and drive in 2 runs. So,
and it looked like he was coming straight in from his position, and then at the last minute dove to his right to make the catch.
He laid out, that's right.
So Abernathy with a nice play, and Josh Jennings still the pitcher. First pitch comes in for the batter, Miller Abernathy, the one who just made that great play, a 1-0 count.
So in the inning for Blackford, they had 2 hits. Both first 2 batters of the inning both got singles. After a sacrifice bunt, a big strikeout, then the diving catch. So Blackford's leading 4-3.
And this one's going to be a line drive out into center field for a base hit by Abernathy.
One runner on now for our Tigers.
Jennings ducks for cover, and now we're going to have the pitcher, Rylan Metz.
Rylan Metz. I think Abernathy's a real good athlete, too. A nice single. And we got hitter 7, 8, 9 coming up. Let's see how the Alexandria coach Klosser.
And Metz is the one who line drove one back to, and he's going to show bunt and holds off on it. And the first pitch is for ball 1.
Yes, he's the one that hit the ball, kind of a big hop. Caldwell got his glove on it.
It wasn't Caldwell, it was Jennings.
I mean Jennings.
Jennings got the glove on it, tipped it to himself, and then made the bad throw over to first.
Over his head. Like I said, this guy's probably got pretty good speed batting left.
And Mealy, another wild pitch, is going to get behind him. as Abernathy's going to make his way over to second.
Yes, another wild pitch by Josh Jennings.
And Coach Ugan cannot be happy with that performance so far by the pitcher, and Caleb Mealy's going to go out
and talk to him
and try to calm him down and let him know, hey, just let your defense do the work for you.
The Alexandria bullpens are way down in the corners. There's no activity on the Bruin side, and I don't know for sure. A lot of this hasn't been Jennings' fault at all, but you wonder how long he'll stick with him here if he doesn't get out the bottom third of the Alexandria lineup.
And Jennings steps off the mound to readjust, and as does Metz. And I think it's to allow the coach of the Tigers to give a sign. He's down there giving one to Metz, giving one to Abernathy. Abernathy with a couple claps as he gets his lead off. And now Jennings out of the stretch, turns around, looks to fire, but holds off.
He's getting a big lead. Again, Blackford's not covering the runner. He's getting off there as far as he wants to get. If the shortstop would cover, the ball would hit in the gap like we've seen it before, right where he vacated.
And Jennings misses for the third straight pitch outside.
Bad for Blackford because you need to get it out here on this batter.
Yep. And Metz with a 3-0 count, no outs, and that one's going to allow him to walk.
And Metz walks, runners now on
here comes the designated hitter, Dalton Andrew.
Andrew flew out to center his last at-bat.
I see the Blackford coaches down there pointing and discussing things. I think they're trying to think a batter ahead because if this kid would get on, I think Jennings is going to be really,
Blackford needs to hold on to this 4-3 lead as long as they possibly can. Jennings looking in for the sign, checking the runner at second, delivers the pitch, and this one's going to be hit over to short, and Straight's going to bobble it, and that's going to allow Abernathy to score standing up. And now we're going to have runners on first and third.
I'm going to give him a base hit on that. I don't know what.
Nice hit by Andrew. Drives in another run. It's going to be 4-4 now. Runners now on first and third.
Well, I'll give Dalton Andrew a base hit, driving in Miller to tie the game at 4-4. And again, that catch is looking bigger and bigger. That Abernathy made a diving catch, led off the inning with a base hit, and scored a run now to tie the game. And we're down to the number 9 hitter, Ryan Lusader.
And that score ties it up 4-4. Runners on first and third, no outs in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Send the runner or try a safety squeeze or just let him swing away. I think the runner's going.
And they're going to bunt, and yes, he is going to go, and they're going to get him in a pickle. And they're running him down, and now they're going to tag him out. Oh, and Jennings drops the ball, and they're going to call him safe. Jennings gets hurt on the play. He's rolling around on the ground, grabbing his knee, but the ball pops out of his glove, and now the Tigers take a 5-4 lead over the Bruins. So instead of an out, the Bruins allow a run to score, and Jennings is walking it off. Not real sure what happened. I didn't really get a good look at it, but with that, why don't we take a quick break, and we'll be back after this word from a sponsor.
Locally owned, Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straight's Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
And we're back, and it looks like they're going to let Jennings throw a couple pitches after he injured himself on that play. And it looks like Ugan's coming out, and he's looks like he's throwing fine. Ugan's going to take a step out here and just have a quick chat with him. And with that, we're going to go to another break, and we'll be back.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, Fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or how about a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two. Available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you.
And we're back, and it looks like Jennings is going to stay on the mound. Metz is your batter, has an 0-1 count after that squeeze play that did score a run. Vince, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I do not know how to score Ryan Luzader, but I think it's going to be a sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, he did not make contact. It was a strike. There was no hit. It's a stolen base.
Oh.
And this one's going to be drove out to the second baseman, Blaine Riddle. Riddle to Cagle. And the runner, and he's going to tag him out. He got caught looking off the base. And the Bruins now with 2 outs as they get Dalton Andrew out off the bag just a little bit. And Cagle is going to throw him out. And Riddle, or not Riddle, it was Straight that put the tag on him for the second out of the inning.
Well, that was a big out there for
And we move to the top of the order once again, number 14.
So it's going to be a 4-3-6 double play. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup with Stokes. And with 2 outs, no runners on, Stokes is going to take the first pitch a little bit on the low side of the strike zone for an 0-1 count. And that one's going to hit on the inside corner, and now Stokes is down in the count, 0-2.
And Trey Stokes is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, a butt single in the first, and a nice hit in the third.
And Alexandria with the 5-4 lead.
A big out for Blackford.
And a swing and a miss, and Stokes goes down, and it's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Bruins. And with that, let's go back to a break, and we'll be back with some more from Vince.
Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
And we're back as the Bruins now find themselves down by 1 with a score of 5-4 behind Alexandria. And the Bruins are going to start about the middle of the lineup. Vince?
Yes, a big strikeout by Josh Jennings to end the inning. That was his first on a very tough batter, Trey Stokes. The double play really helped. Alexandria, however, scores 2 runs. They have 1 hit on the single by Miller Abernathy. There was 1 Bruin error and 1 runner left. So we go to the 5th inning, and again, we could have had a bigger inning, offensively in the bottom of the 4th, and a great play by Abernathy.
Right.
And Alexandria.
And a great heads-up play by Aaron Cagle to see that the runner was talking to the coach as he was hanging out off of the base. I think he thought he was on the bag as Riddle takes the first pitch down the middle for strike 1.
Yes.
But he was talking with his coach, getting instructions from the coach. And a heads-up play by Tyler Cagle. He throws it over to Braxton Straight. Braxton puts the tag on and gets the double play. And that pitch is going to come in. Now a 1-1 count for Blaine Riddle.
Yes, that was a nice play. I think maybe at first you said Aaron Cagle the first time.
I may have.
But,
I've spent many years coaching Aaron Cagle.
I'm going to give a plug in for Aaron Cagle. I tell you, Aaron is quite an athlete. She's Taylor's younger sister.
Yes, she is.
Blackford is struggling with the field goal kicker all year, extra point kicker sometimes.
And Riddle's going to drive this one, and it's going to go foul.
He was a great soccer player, and I told her, I said, Aaron, you need a kick for Blackford. And then we finally found a kicker towards the end of the year in Bodie Malott. I thought Bodie did an excellent job.
Let me tell you a little story about Bodie Malott. I was doing the game Friday night for the girls softball team, and on my way back to the softball field, there was Bodie Malott kicking 30-yard field goals.
Yes,
And he wasn't just kicking them down the middle. He was off to each hash mark and trying them, and that pitch is going to be a 2-2 count. And if I remember right, last year Coach Seahigh wouldn't let him kick in a game until he had made 1,000 field goals.
Oh, that's what it was.
And a swing and a miss is going to take Riddle down. That's going to be one out for the Bruins.
I tell you, that's another strikeout. The third of the game for Alexandria pitchers, the second for Ryland Metz. And I tell you, Alexandria seems to be fired up after that catch by Abernathy to end the
and Dayton Dow up the bat. Now takes the first pitch for 1-0.
A catch like that is kind of having a balloon, you know, and you're getting ready to release it with the helium, and all of a sudden, and the helium comes out of the balloon.
And Dow's going to rip one down the left field line, but it's going to go foul.
And instead of having, your emotions really up high, they're just deflated.
Yes. And I'm sure they're feeling that way after that last half inning. With the double play, the runner getting a little bit too confident out there, and now we've got a 2-1 count for Dayton Dow.
Yes, we need Dayton to get on base again today. He's walked and had a sacrifice fly.
And that one's going to be in the dirt. Now Dayton Dow going way ahead in the count, 3-1. And I don't see Ugan. Oh, Ugan's way out there getting the foul ball.
Oh, he's way out there in the left field corner.
And Dow's going to hit a high fly infield ball, and this one's going to fade out to the foul territory. A diving try, but I don't think he got it. Can you? And he does not get it.
What an effort by the shortstop, Trey Stokes.
I want to say all I saw were white pants going up in the air, so it looked like maybe he.
It was a diving attempt out there again. And Coach Ugan was way down the left field corner, I think getting a ball down there or something.
And now Dayton Dow with a full count and one out on the...
I think Blackford coaches and players know this is a big inning. They got to get a run to tie this game up.
Absolutely. As Metz out of the windup, delivers the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled off by Dayton Dow.
Straight back, and I was told if you fouled the ball straight back, you're right on it.
I was told the same thing.
But you're just getting a little bit under it.
Yep.
So that's a good sign, but I don't think he's going to throw in the same speed again.
And he does, and Dow's going to ground one over to second baseman over to Williams at first, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. Not the way the Bruins need to get out here.
What do I know about pitching? That looked like about the same location, same pitch. Dow underneath the ball this time, grounds out to the second baseman.
Vince, you're fired. Just kidding.
Lusader, yes.
And now we're going to have Branston Wine.
We need a big hit out of Branston.
And this one's a little bit high, goes off the catcher's glove.
He has bounced to the pitcher and walked, so he would be now 2 for 4 in conference play, batting .500. And he's on, is he a sophomore, right? Branston, a sophomore?
Branston is a sophomore.
He's a very good ball player.
And that one is going to come belt high, and he's getting a little upset with himself for not swinging at that one.
Coach Ugan giving him an encouraging clap of the hands, trying to get
a 1-1 count for Wine as that pitch is high and inside. Now 2-1.
I think that was kind of just a brushback pitch to set him up for the curveball. But like I said, I don't
what do you know?
Very much about pitching.
And that one's a fastball down the middle, but just a little bit too low. And now Branston Wine ahead in the count, 3-1.
Maybe that's why he wasn't a very good hitter.
And Wine's going to foul this one off to bring the count back to full.
Well, we got to break in the action here. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Bob Gibson was a pitcher for the Cardinals, a Hall of Famer, and Tim McCarver, the guy that does baseball on Fox, he was his catcher. So I'll finish it here.
And Wine's going to hit a high bouncing ball over to the shortstop. Shortstop able to make the play, and not sure what that little move was there at the end of the run to first, but Branston is out, and that's going to do it for this half inning.
Are you looking for a job or know of someone who is? Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, tuition reimbursement, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days, and you'll receive Kroger benefits after 60 days. All qualified applicants are encouraged to apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com. 260-827-2108. Peyton's Northern, now hiring.
Vince, I think I interrupted you in a story that you were telling.
Blackford goes down in order. The story goes Tim McCarver, the analysis on Fox, was the catcher for Bob Gibson. Now, Bob Gibson only pitched, and Tim McCarver was designated catcher to say. So, Bob Gibson, 1968, ran an average of 1.12, 24-9 on the season, 6 shutouts, and he lost. His team was shut out 6 times. He lost 1-0. So he's struggling one day, and McCarver goes out to tell Gibson something, and Gibson looks at McCarver, and he says, if you're out here to tell me about pitching, you go back to home plate and catch. The only thing you know about pitching is you can't hit it.
And Jennings' first pitch for Jarrett Small is a little outside for ball 1.
So Tim McCarver told that story one night on the Fox Game of the Week, and I thought that was really funny.
And the second pitch is also going to be a little high now, a 2-0 count.
Well, Coach Higgins staying here with Jennings here in the bottom of the 5th.
And no bullpen action for either side. And Jennings finds the strike zone, now a 2-1 count.
But going back to this game, again, I can't say it enough. That diving catch by Abernathy turned the whole game around, the momentum to Alexandria.
And now it's a 3-1 count. Vince, I'm beginning to think you may be the bad luck in this.
Well, every broadcast I've done, we have not won a game yet.
And the one that you didn't make with me, we won, which was yesterday. And this one's going out to the fence, and Caldwell finally picks it up out of the grass. And Small maybe rounding third. Nope, standing up on third with a triple.
Small, lead off for the Tigers.
Well, Jarrett Small triple way out to the right center field alley.
Our next batter for our Tigers, number 12,
up against the fence, nothing they can do about it. A good play by a right fielder, Caldwell, and the center fielder, Elam. But
and
I
now
tell you, that Small, he's got some speed.
And now we've got the number 3 batter, Brennan Moorhead.
Yes.
Moorhead walked his first at-bat, but got caught trying to extend out to that triple and reached on a fielder's choice. And now we've got 2 quick pitches, 2 quick balls called, and a 2-0 count.
This is a very big runner at third base for Alexandria. They give him a 2-run lead going into the 6th inning.
And this one's going to be grounded over to Straight. Straight checking on the runner at third. And Cagle digs it out of the ground, and that's going to be the first out for the Bruins.
Well, a nice play by Braxton Straight. He went down and got the ball in the dirt, did the thing they're told, checked the runner from third, stop his momentum, and then throw it to first. And again, Cagle, a nice dig of the ball out of the dirt. He made sure he was on the base, and he come up ready to fire the ball to home.
And now we've got Nick Williams, the big, tall first baseman up to bat, who has gotten 2 hits out into left field, but has yet to score as Jennings pitches one in there for a curve, a breaking ball, for strike 1.
Well, Williams' 2 singles, he was throwing out at second on the fielder's choice by Etherington.
And now we have a 1-1 count as that one was way outside.
And then on the fly ball to right field by Etherington, Williams was gunned out at home. Caldwell to Cagle.
And this one's going to go in the dirt, and Small is going to score on the wild pitch.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's going to make the score our Tigers 6, Blackford 4.
That was a big, big run of this game right there. That gives them a 2-run lead.
And now the Tigers up 6-4 in the bottom of the 5th.
And I noticed the Alexandria dugout is all standing up there on the fence. They're really fired up.
And now Williams with a 2-1 count. Jennings delivers one just a little high for ball 3. A 3-1 count now for Williams. 1 out for the Tigers with a 6-4 lead in the bottom of the 5th.
Again, a big, big run.
And Jennings is going to walk him with another high pitch.
Williams walks.
And
the third time Mr. Williams has reached today, 2 singles and a walk.
And number 4 for our Tigers,
Matthew Etherington.
Etherington, the starting pitcher for the Tigers, now replaced by Ryland Metz.
And Blackford, they have 3 subs here tonight. Brandon Strobel, Peyton Hurd, and
we
Dylan
have a
Thomas.
Substitute runner now. And first, number 5, Cade Bernetti for our Tigers.
And they are all standing on the fence, too.
And Vernetti, the pinch runner for Williams.
This will be interesting to see if they send the runner with Mealy's arm.
And he's got a very long lead off, and yes. Jennings throws him back.
He was off there the right distance, diving back in head first to first base. So he's trying to get a read on the pitcher. He is really fast, Mr. Chip McFerrin tells us up here. So this could be interesting.
And he's going on the pitch, and this is going to be a fly ball out into the right center gap, and he's rounding second, going to third as Caldwell picks the ball up. And now we're going to have runners on first and third with 1 out.
I got to think I don't know what we got this week. I know Thursday night, I know we play Madison Grant at home.
Yep, Madison Grant at home on Thursday, and a doubleheader at the Manchester doubleheader is now at Blackford. It was supposed to be at Huntington College, but the Huntington College double booked us, and now it's just going to be
at doubleheader at Blackford with Manchester. Okay.
Yep, and now we've got another pinch runner, Cole Stewart, in for Etherington.
So we got number 2 running.
And it looks like the Tigers trying to extend this lead, pinch running a couple of fast kids. And now we're going to have Abernathy up to the plate.
Well, he's 1 for 2, a ground out to second, a base hit. I think they're going to send the runner. And
they don't send him. And the first pitch is strike 1. An 0-1 count, only 1 out for the Tigers, as the Bruins may be finding themselves in that dreaded 1/2 inning that usually takes them down for the loss. Jennings with another pitch definitely hits the outside corner for an 0-2 count now on Abernathy.
That was probably one of the best pitches he's throwing here. Trying to get out Abernathy, it's going to be tough to do. But
the Tigers with a 6-4 lead, 1 out,
Hagel
an
really
0-2 count.
First base.
And a breaking ball just missing the inside corner for a 1-2 count.
Again, that's Cole Stewart, right?
Cole Stewart out on first.
And Vernetti.
And Vernetti on third. A swing and a miss by Stewart, and the runner's going to go ahead and go to second on the strikeout. Now it's going to be 2 outs for the Tigers, and they're going to have Ryland Metz, their pitcher, up to bat.
I think that'll be a strikeout, a swinging strikeout for Josh Jennings. That's the second of the game, and I think Etherington will be trying to stolen base. And you say Ryland Metz is the batter, right?
Ryland Metz.
And he's the pitcher for Alexandria, and he could. This is another big batter of the game. Blackford trying to get out of the inning, and Alexandria trying to add to that 2-run lead.
Alexandria with 2 runners in scoring position, 1 on second, 1 on third. Ryland Metz, the batter, has reached on both, and he lays a bunt down the third base line, and Ross able to pick it up and beat out the runner. And that's going to end that inning. The Bruins down by 2 with a score of 6-4, and we'll be back.
Locally owned Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is hiring in Bluffton. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screening, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. All qualified applicants are encouraged to apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. Vince, do you have the stats for that last half inning?
Yes, I do. For Alexandria, 1 run on 2 hits, a triple by Jarrett Small to start off the inning, and then a single by Matthew Etherington, a strikeout for Jennings, and a ground ball to third and a ground ball to short. Between there. So we go to the top of the 6th. We got 6 outs to score 3 runs, basically.
And Jake Ross, the batter now.
The totals for Alexandria, 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and they've left 6.
And Ross, first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1.
Blackford has 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and they've stranded 6. And then that 4th and 5th, or the 3rd and the 4th inning, we left 5 runners on base. We had bases loaded with 1 out and did not even score.
And now Ross with a 1-1 count, and he's going to foul this one off for a 1-2 count.
Let me recheck that real quick.
And that ball goes out to the train tracks that are located just behind us.
I guess we had 2 outs when the bases were loaded, and that was. Then the inning ended when I think Elam flied up. No, a strikeout ended the inning with
yes,
a big strikeout, and that was by.
And speaking of strikeouts, Jake Ross goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
That was a big strikeout by Etherington, their pitcher, and now Metz has really come on and he's retired all batters he's faced.
And now we're going to have the senior, Tyler Cagle, up to the plate. Cagle's going to foul one up behind the booth.
Tyler's the number 9 hitter. He line drive to the first baseman. Williams made an excellent catch, and then he singled, so Cagle's 1 for 2 today. Conference play, he would be 3 for 12, and I think that'd be a .250 batting average. And
that one does not hit the top edge of the strike zone, and now Cagle with a 1-1 count, even up.
We got to have Tyler. Tyler gets on base. We're going to see a courtesy runner, I'm pretty sure.
And the pitcher able to get a little bit of the glove on this one, but it goes right straight over to the shortstop. A 6-3 single, or a 6-3 out, and now the Bruins have 2 outs, and we are going to be struggling yet again to cut into this lead. And now we're going to be back at the top of the lineup with Shane Elam.
Well, just like I told Steve, between innings, we're down to 6 outs, and we've lost 2 of them, so we're down to 4 outs. So we got to do something here at the top of the order.
Absolutely. Shane Elam up to the plate, takes the first pitch, a 1-0 count.
Blackford needs to score at least 2 runs and hold Alexandria in 2 innings to tie the game.
And the pitch comes in, and that one's going to hit the bottom edge of the strike zone, a 1-1 count.
This Ryland Matt's pitching. Oh, I guess he allowed 2 singles to Cagle and Elam, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's retired 8 in a row.
And now a 1-1 count for, and it looks like the catcher takes one off the right hand, and it looks like he may be hurting a little bit. The umpire going to let him take a little bit of a break as he figures things out. It looks like he's rubbing his wrist, so he's taking a pitch off the wrist, and we just want to thank all 8 people listening tonight.
We have 8 people listening. I hope we've been
one of our lowest listening audiences that we've had all season long. We usually average about 40 to 50 and as high as 80. No, I'm sorry. We did have one that we had 150. when that was at the beginning of the season. But since the Bruins,
I was helping him, maybe
that definitely was before you were helping, and maybe you're the reason that the listening audience has gone away too, Vince.
Every time I've done this broadcast, like we said, we have not won a game.
And now Elam with a 3-1 count, and he takes the fourth ball for the walk.
Mr. McFerrin's over here laughing, and I tell you, I told Coach Sutton that, you know,
Heading to the plate now for Blackford, number 2, the short.
And now Braxton Straight's going to be up to the plate.
I said in team sports, your team is only as strong as the weakest link, and I must be the weakest link.
And Elam looks like he was going to go, but stays where he was, and that pitch was inside, and Braxton Straight's jumping over it to keep it from hitting him. A 1-0, yes, a 1-0 count for Braxton Straight. 2 outs for the Bruins with Shane Elam on first. A swing and a miss. Up, he fouls it off. Now a 1-1 count for the senior Braxton Straight.
Braxton's popped the first single, the sacrifice bunt, so he's 1 for 2. And in the conference play, it'd be 5 for 19. And I'll have to figure that out.
And now Elam is going on this one, and the throw is going to be just a little bit off, and Elam's going to be safe at second. The pitch appeared to be a strike, so it's going to be a 1-2 count now as Elam finds himself out on second. And another big pitch for the Tigers if they can hold Straight here to a strikeout or a fly out. And he does a swing and a miss, and that's going to do it for the top of the 6th. We're going to be back with the bottom of the 6th after this.
The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koffels Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And we're back. Vince, you have any stats for us?
Yes, I got one thing. Blackford had one runner. Elam reached on a 2-out walk, stole second. So we go no runs, no hits, 1 left, and no errors. And going to the bottom of the 6th inning, I want to say thanks to the Alexandria people for having us here, for Mr. Chip McFerrin up here in the booth. We've had some fun up here.
He has been laughing at us all night.
Yes, and one thing Marty Wells wanted me to do over at Elwood was ask a trivia question. Remember he said you got any trivia to ask?
Heading to the plate.
All right, ask a trivia question.
I got a question here when we get a break here before we go to the 7th inning.
All right, well, we've got the designated hitter, Dalton Andrew, up to the plate, and when he strikes out or reaches, we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. The first pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
Okay.
Andrew has only reached in his last at bat a single to the shortstop. And another high pitch, now a 2-0 count for Andrew.
I'll wait till after this bat to...
Are you expecting me to answer it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, and I don't have anything to give anybody that does.
And this is going to be drove out to left field, down the left field third base line, and that's going all the way to the fence. And Andrews rounding first, going second as Dayton Dowes picks up the ball and throws it in. And Andrews going to get a double off of that one. Vince, go ahead with your...
a double. He's the designated hitter batting 8th. Well, Alexandria had a lot of success, in sports history, and they in basketball had to go to that tough Anderson sectional where they had to beat the Indians and the Anderson Highland Scott, Anderson Madison Heights Pirates. Also, they had the Delville Broncos that were really good at one time, and all of those schools over there, Philippel and Frankton. So anyway, they had an athlete here, and they won the first class Double-A state tournament in 1998. And I talked to Garth Cohn, and he said he didn't think they would have got out of the Anderson Regional that year, but that was the first-year class basketball. And if my memory's right, I think they played Southwestern in the follow game when they played the Final Four that year. And that was a heck of a game. Well, anyway, the thing is that they've had a young man here that was Indiana's Mr. Baseball. And that was a guy the trivia question is, can you name the player that was Alexandria's Mr. Baseball and also played for the Colorado Rockies?
J.D. Clauser.
And Mr. Chuck McFerrin answered J.D. Clauser. Is that his dad coaching, Jeff Clauser?
His dad, that is his dad.
Yes, Jeff Clauser's coaching. And also Blackford had a player that played Major League Baseball back in the 80s, a pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. A left-handed pitcher was on the team when Blackford was state runners-up twice in the single-class tournament, losing to Evansville Memorial with Don Mattingly and also to Logan Sport, and his name was Bruce Robbins. Bruce Robbins had a baseball card made up of him, and he pitched for like 3 years. And if my memory's right, the first game he pitched, he had 7 innings and no hit ball.
Heading to the plate, number 1.
And there's your trivia question. And Dayton Dow now the new pitcher for the Bruins, and his first pitch is way high and outside.
So the trivia question tonight was what player from Alexandria and what player from Blackford played Major League Baseball, and again, it was J.D. Clauser. And it was...
and Chip McFerrin actually answered it correctly without hesitation, as the hitter, Ryan Luzader, lays down the bunt back to Dayton Dow, who throws down to first for the out, but Dalton Andrew able to reach third.
For Ryan Luzader, his second sacrifice bunt of the game. And this will bring up Trey Stokes, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a strikeout. In the meantime, while I was doing my little whatever you want to call it, that we had a pitching change. It's Dayton Dow.
And Dow with Stokes finds the outside corner of the strike zone, an 0-1 count. Yeah, we almost let the entire listening audience hear me sneeze. You may have heard a little bit of it come over Vince's microphone, and we have a 1-1 count now.
I didn't hear you sneeze. Must have been deep thought. Only thing I know, if I could...
Another miss for a 2-1 count.
I'm sure that Mr. McFerrin didn't do it, but that music was blazing here before the game, and I said, I don't know how to turn it down.
Another miss for Dow, now a 3-1 count for Stokes.
Anyway, they were playing music that I knew instead of that rap stuff, so I kind of enjoyed it. And I told Steve, it sounds like being in a nightclub.
And Dow's going to walk his first.
Stokes walks. Runners now on first and third. 1 out for the
Runners on first and third. 1 out for the Tigers, who have a 2-run lead, 6-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yes, 1 out, runners on the corners. There's Jared Small. Fielder's choice in the first, a stolen base, a single in the third, a triple in the fifth, and if Alexandria scores here.
And the runner's going, and Mealy fakes the throw and holds on to it. I believe the pitch was a strike.
That was a good play by Caleb Mealy. He faked the throw down there, hoping that the runner would break from third.
And now we have runners on second and third, an 0-1 count, and now we're going to have a 1-1 count as Dow misses outside.
And with that stolen base, it takes away any possibility of a double play on the ground ball.
Absolutely, and now Dow.
Blackford infield playing on the grass. They know they can't let that runner score from third. There's a shot.
And he's going to score as Tyler Cagle misses the ground ball, and that's going to score 2 runs.
That has to be a base hit.
Tigers 8, Blackford 4.
And the Tigers go up by 4 now with a score of 8-4.
That's got to be a base hit by Jarrett Small. Again, the infield was up on the grass. The thing that does is you got a shorter throw at home to get the runner out, but I tell you don't have an angle on the ball. And if it's hit like a bullet or, a shot down at first base, there's nothing Kate.
And the runner's going to steal, and Mealy is going to throw him out by about 5 to 6 steps. And that's going to be the second out.
There's the arm I was talking about on Kayla Mealy.
And now we have no runners on with 2 outs. The Bruins down 8-4 in the bottom of the 6th. That runner took off on the pitch, but Mealy with that pop time in the sub 2 seconds. He's under 2 seconds with this pop time, and now Dow throws the first pitch for Moorhead for strike 1.
Yes, in case you don't know what the pop time was, like I really didn't. That's when the ball pops into the catcher's glove and is released to second when the second baseman tags the runner. And you said the Division II catchers were throwing sometime, and Mealy was quicker than they were down there at Evansville.
He was quicker by about 0.5 or 0.7 seconds. And now Dow's going to walk another runner. His second one.
Second walk for Brandon Moorhead.
And now we're going to have Nick Williams, the big first baseman, up to the plate.
And he's been a start for Alexandria today. 2 singles and a walk. And great defensive play at first base.
He's been an all-around baseball player. And Mealy's going to try to, and it's not in time. A close one, as I believe that pitch came in for, I want to say it was ball 1.
Well, I know the distance between home and first is 90 feet, and between home and second, Mr. Sutton texted me was
120.6, wasn't it? No, it was 120.6.
Something 128 feet down the second base.
And again, another ball pitched by Dow, a 2-0 count, I believe.
Moorhead getting a big jump off the pitch, but he doesn't want to get picked off first
Mealy
base.
keeping Moorhead close to the bag. And that's going to be a strike, and now I believe it's going to be a 2-1 count. The umpire not able to help us out today with the calls to keep us up to speed. I have it as a 2-1 count. The partner in the booth, Chip, has it as a 2-1 count, and I believe now it's going to be a 3-1 count, as the umpire still has yet to confirm. And as Chip reminds us, the umpire's dressed in pink for cancer awareness. And that one's going to be a high bouncing ball. Straight fields it, but Cagle unable to catch it. It fielded out of the dirt. And Straight, after his bad throw, runs over to help Cagle with the field. And now the Tigers are going to go up a 9-4 lead over the Bruins with 2 outs. And Matt Etherington's going to be up to the plate.
My goodness, I just have realized I did not know we were behind that far, but 9-4, we're going to have a real rally in the 7th inning.
And Mealy out to talk to Dow about the strategy. And we forgot as we were doing our I don't even remember what it's called now. The question of the day. Brandon Strobel comes in to play left field, and Dow throws a ball for his first pitch to Etherington, a 1-0 count. And now we're going to have a 2-0 count. Is that one high as well? A 2-0 count. The Bruins finding themselves dug into a very deep hole, 9-4 in the bottom of the 6th, and that's going to be